Excuse me. Alright. We're live. I did not expect to be doing this stream, but I'm going to do it just because I've seen a couple of people have done this on their channels, and I thought, well, why don't I go ahead and discuss the situation that we're in. Now, I'm going to say this on here on this channel. I am not going to talk about anything to do with the virus, because this has nothing to do with the virus as far as that's concerned, because I'm going to comply with YouTube's request and also David Land's video that I recently watched before I did this stream, as far as complying with not telling you about the details that are going on. So let me break down the situation as of right now, because today's been a really weird day, and this was not the weekend that I expected to be doing this stream. So let's just get right into the situation as far as that is concerned. Starting with, as you noticed, the IMSA Podcast. We were supposed to have an IMSA Podcast next week. However, that will be postponed until, let me check. When was the next scheduled IMSA Podcast? I'm going to check. Don't help me. I can look for it. The next IMSA Podcast will not be until the week of Long Beach, and I don't even know if we're going to be having a show that day. So it's currently right now a TBA as far as that is concerned. The World Endurance have already canceled their 1,000 miles of Sebring, and it will not be made up because of President Trump's banning the travel deal for 30 days, which, by the way, started today. So that really sucks, but nothing you can do about it. According to sources regarding about the IMSA Podcast, the rescheduled date for the IMSA Podcast is going to take place on November 11th through the 14th, which will be right after the Petit Le Mans 10-hour race. So it'll be the 14th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern on NBCSN. You can watch that race on NBCSN and also on the IMSA Radio Network, and also which is on your mobile device. So as far as that's concerned, so that will be the season ending. So that will move Petit Le Mans up a race. They will now be the penultimate race. So yeah, I bet a lot of people were pretty disappointed, but you know how they say, it is what it is. So that was a decision that was made. So again, there will not be an IMSA Podcast until April unless otherwise, as far as this is concerned. So right now a time has not been announced if the Long Beach weekend is going to go on as planned. So we'll keep you updated on that situation. At least this gives the teams a little bit more time to prep their cars and get ready for Long Beach, because it'll be a long trip out west for IMSA. So again, there will not be an IMSA Podcast next week because of this reason. So hopefully you understand. I'm sorry if it had to be done, but you all know the virus situation going on, and I'm not going to tell you details about it because I'm not going to. So that's the first thing I will need to address regarding about that. The second address is the weekly show, because we have had some events that got canceled / postponed, and let me just tell you which events got postponed. Let's start with the main topic. NASCAR has announced that this afternoon, they announced this a few hours ago, they have announced that that all three series will races at Atlanta and next week's events at Homestead will go on as planned. However, they are not going to have fans in the stands because of this virus, which is really, I think, a big situation and a reason that we always talk about. This is why MLB got suspended indefinitely until a decision will be made, which that will affect minor league baseball, NBA, NHL, all those good sports are taking a break until something of this gets addressed and we can go from there as far as stuff. But as far as races are concerned, the only races that have been confirmed that are going to continue are the NASCAR weekend at Atlanta. IndyCar is going on with the race at St. Petersburg, as David Land just mentioned, because I was watching his video. So that means St. Petersburg will go on as planned. However, the other support series, with the exception of the Road to IndyCar, has been canceled and it will not be made up. So, supercars, I haven't heard anything about supercars lately. Plus, they've already started their weekend, so it's kind of a little too late on postponing events. But then again, I could be wrong, so we'll just have to wait and see. As I'm drinking an orange vanilla Coke Zero, and I'm not sharing it if anybody comes across this stream. Which, by the way, hi to one person in the chat. F1 Australian Grand Prix has been postponed. No word if it will be made up or not. Let me remind you, this is the second event F1 has postponed this year. If you remember back a few weeks ago, we talked about the Chinese Grand Prix has been postponed because of the same reason. So right now, 2 races that have not been confirmed. I haven't heard if they are going to continue with the Bahrain Grand Prix as promised, even though they said in the press a couple of weeks ago that it will go on as planned, but behind closed doors. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as far as that situation is concerned. Now, as far as other events are concerned, we don't know what's going to happen as far as with like after Homestead. We don't know if Texas is going to get involved as far as the will they have fans in the stands? Will they do it behind closed doors? We don't know if F1 is going to be running Bahrain. Well, let's not forget F2 and F3 seasons begin next weekend in Bahrain, so we don't know as far as that situation is concerned. So we'll just have to wait and see on that little note. What? Hold on. So, let me think. What else have... Oh, the rally at Abu Dhabi got postponed, so we don't know what that could mean. So, give me a second. I will be right back. This up. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let me just finish up here. MotoGP, we know, got canceled as far as the season opener, and several other races got postponed till later in the season. So, again, we'll keep you updated. I'll do my best to keep you updated on social media. So, yeah. So, thanks for watching this important announcement. I hope you all understand the circumstance that's going on with the sports world. And if we have any more news and notes between now and then, I'll release a statement on Twitter whether or not we are going to have a weekly show. We know for certain we will not have an IMSA podcast. So, yeah. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hopefully everybody understands. And I will be back later to do some racing on either Twitch or on here. But for now, that's your lot, and take it easy.